Anyone considering investing during the pandemic or anytime should remember that all the investment involves some risk, whether they are stocks, commodities, or cryptocurrencies such as a Bitcoin. No, the question is Bitcoin is a good investment in 2020. Bitcoin price has risen more than 60% this year. Meanwhile, Bitcoin operates on decentralized network and may be less susceptible to adverse event in the conventional financial system. It carries some investment hanging appeal right now. Is investing in Bitcoin a good idea? I am asking to you question to you. Those who want to hold an asset that is resistant to inflation may find investing in Bitcoin to be a good idea. Central banks are currently pumping more money into economy to avoid a recession, but that also raises inflation risk while the central banks can print a infinite amount of flat currencies. The quantity of Bitcoin that will ever exist in a limited and the fixed. Its supply is capped at 21 million units. So we will analyze the technically in this video. Let us must see this complete video and subscribe our channel. We will technical analysis about Bitcoin in this video. My choice is Bitcoin is that the cryptocurrency is the future currency. Bitcoin value is increasing day by day. You can take idea from the Bitcoin. The Bitcoin currencies are going up and up from 20 October to 23 October. Its value gap in USD is approximately $400 or $500 in only 3 days. In this graph, you can see that the Bitcoin currencies are going to upward and upward. If we are discussing 21 October to 22 October, the value of Bitcoin is in USD dollar is much more difference. At 21 October, the value of Bitcoin is $12,726. This is the value of one Bitcoin. Now on 22 October, the value are going to on top. Its value is $13,334. So After 22 October the value are again going to the downward. You can see in this graph the value is going to the downward. In the mid of 22 and 23 the value are going to again upward. This is the second top. On 23 October this is the second top. It means that its value fluctuate 22 to 23. Its value are increasing or decreasing between the 22 and 23 October. Its value fluctuate from 12,725 to 13,183 from 22 October to 32 October. So you can see that in one day there are two top. First top is 13,064 and second top is 13,199. So its value are again going to the drop at this time, which are I'm making video. At this time the value are going to decrease. So this is the time to invest in Bitcoin. This is a best time to invest in Bitcoin. You can buy Bitcoin at this time. If you are seeing this video at this time, you can buy Bitcoin by clicking the link below in this video. You can buy Bitcoin from the best platform of the world. This link are given in the description. You can buy from this website. This is the best time to invest. This value are going to decrease. At this time the Bitcoin value is 12,969. Now it is going to decrease. Its value will maybe become 12,726 $. So after passing this time its value again to the third top. You can see after 12 to 13 hours its value are going to increase. In USD dollar its value maybe become 13,339 approximately. How I make this graph? You can see that hi trader, this is a trade setup I give to you for free today. Support will be great. The major entry was realized yesterday as Bitcoin reached the peak at 13,200. This is a possible second chance which I discussed before. Reason: double top, trending below trend line, trending below. How trade can look like you can see in the graph. The market in order to follow tendencies, make prediction and gain benefits from doing so. Cryptocurrency traders already have some approaches for this, and one of them is by using Bitcoin technical analysis, which investigates cryptocurrency is chosen, which investigate all the background of the cryptocurrencies, including price charts, trading volume, with there being no difference in which kind of virtual currency is chosen. Using methods like this help experts to make wiser trader of Bitcoin, to analyze market sentiments and to highlight of Bitcoin in a convenient way, such as chart analysis and chain analysis, which I discussed previous. Price analysis October 25 Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Ripple, Litecoin. In August 2017, Bitcoin split into two, which resulted in the appearance of Bitcoin cash, and yesterday the network experienced the second fork. Bitcoin Gold. Whether this is an advantage or a disadvantage for the Bitcoin is up for debate. Both sides have their own explanation. However, as traders we look for historical precedents and attempt to trade using it. After the first fork, Bitcoin price took off, railing from a low of $2,621.75 on August 2 to intraday high of 4,9705 on September 2. This is a blistering 89.75% rally in a month. If history were to be repeat itself, Bitcoin should if history were to repeat itself, Bitcoin should rally to 10,443 by November 24. This stats figure look a little doubtful because most traders expect Bitcoin to fall now that the fork has been completed. This expect money to shift to the altcoin. We did see a spark of it to the last 2 days. However, the rally fizzed you. Now we are discussing the Bitcoin price index. Bitcoin market overview. On the following widget, there is a live price of Bitcoin with other useful market data, including Bitcoin market capitalization, trading volume, daily, weekly, monthly changes, total supply, highest and lowest price. By default, the Bitcoin price is provided in USD, but you can easily switch the base currency to Euro, British Pound, Japanese Yen, and Russian Ruble. Now, at this time, the Bitcoin price is $12,928. This is the value of one Bitcoin. If you are seeing in Euro, the value of 10,885 euro. Similarly, GBP, JPY, RUR, KRW, TRY, BRL, and CNY. You can see that. But in USD, you can see that weekly its value are going to increase 13.08% from previous week to now at this time. Monthly its value are increased 23.43%. So it means that the Bitcoin value will be more increased in next month or in next week. Now we are talking about the Bitcoin value. Find out the Bitcoin value from the top cryptocurrency exchange: Binance, Bitfinex, Bitstamp, Coinbase, hit BTC, Kraken, OKEx. Select the checkbox to compare price between the exchange on the chart. Various views are available. Candlestick, OHLC, line chart. Use button to switch between the Bitcoin chart. By default, information is provided for the last week, but users are able to choose 1 day, week, month, year, 3 months of data, or a custom period. There is a built-in feature of printing and downloading Bitcoin price chart. There is an opportunity to download data in XLSCSV format, but we are going to analysis. You can see that this chart is from October 18, 2022 to October 24, 2020. Now we are indexing the Bitcoin in USD. You can see that its value is 11,279 at October 17, but its value are going to increase. Its value increase magically from 17 to 21. Its graph are going to more high and high. So it's at this time the value is, its peak value is 13,109, but at this time the value of Bitcoin is 12,920. This session Bitcoin historical price. This session history contain the history of Bitcoin price. Feel free to customize the period of time to see the price history for the required time. In the column there are date, price, volume changes. Date describe the day of the record price. You can see that at date October 23, 2020, the price of Bitcoin 12,910. You can see here is the volume. You can see here is the percentage which Bitcoin currencies are changing, fluctuating. October 22, 12,947. You can see it's going to increase 910 to 947. On October 21, 12,574. Its value are going to decrease on October 21. On October 20, 11,000. 19, 11,000, 636 going to decrease. You can see that 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Its value are going to increase from 17 to 23. Bitcoin is a consequence network that enable a new payment system and a completely digital currency powered by its user. It is a peer-to-peer payment network that require no central authority to operate. If we discussing, now most of the people are going to invest in Ethereum. First of all, we discuss about the Ethereum. Then we indexed in the price about what is the Ethereum and what will the prediction about the Ethereum price. First of all, market overview about the Ethereum. You can see that on the following widget there is a live price of the Ethereum with other useful market data including Ethereum market capitalization, trading volume, daily, weekly, monthly changes, total supply, highest and lowest price, etc. By default, the Ethereum price is provided in USD, but you can easily switch the base currency to Euro, British Pounds, Japanese Yen and Russian Ruble. You can see that the value of Ethereum is that at this time 409, the value of Ethereum. Its weekly its value are increased 8.61 and monthly its value are increased 19.43%. Today its value was decreased minus 2.23%. But if we analyze about this value on weekly and monthly basis, you can say that it may be increased in next month or next week more and more. Find out the Ethereum value for the top currency exchange: Binance, Bitfinex, Bitstamp, Coinbase, etc. Between exchanges on the chart, various views are available. Candlestick OHLC line chart use bottom to switch between the Ethereum chart. By default, information is provided for the last week, but users are able to choose one day, week, month and year. 3 months of the data. You can see that in USD on October 17 to October 23, the value of Bitcoin, value of Ethereum is $368. But at this point, as the Bitcoin currencies are going to increase, Ethereum are also going to this increasing, so its graph is straight upward. So you can see that the value of maximum at 418 at 17 at 22 October and 23 October, its value is going to the 409 from 417 to 407. This section contains the Ethereum historical price. You can see that October 17 $367, 18 $374 are going to increase, and then 379, and then 372, 388, 410 and 412. This value is, you can see that in this price changing, you can see that only two time was decreased in price, but 1 2 3 4 5 from 17 to 23, 7 time price was increased in Ethereum value and USD. You can see that at this time Bitcoin value is 12,910. Its value are going to increase. You can see that tomorrow at this time its value may be 13,000 or above. At this time the Litecoin value is $55.79 USD dollar, and Dogecoin at this time Dogecoin value is 2.583 USD dollar. But now we are turn back to the Bitcoin. Price analysis about these currencies. These currencies are the digital currencies. What will be happen on the other when the Bitcoin currencies are going to increasing and increasing? Market update. Bitcoin nears $13,000 hold record breaking 87-day streak above $10K. Bitcoin currencies are going to increasing and going to increase and increase day by day. Why Bitcoin currencies are going to increase? Must see this news. Cryptocurrencies market have seen intense gain on Wednesday after the payment processor. At the time of publication, the market cap of all 7,000 plus digital assets has gained 5.6%, hovering about $379 billion during the afternoon trader session. No, digital currency market have increased a great deal during the last 24 hours as the aggregate crypto market capitalization is nearing $400 billion. The price of Bitcoin spiked on Wednesday morning after PayPal revealed the cryptocurrency support during the morning trading session. It means that cryptocurrencies will value may be increased in coming days. BTC has gained 7.1% during the last 7 days and the price is close to touching $13,000 per coin. During the last 30 days, BTC is up 22% and over 76% year to date and increased. At the time of writing, BTC is currently sweeping for 12,839, but at this time where I'm making the video, the Bitcoin value is $12,950. If we are discussing about BTC and Ethereum, its value are going to increase with Bitcoin. All these digital currencies are increased or decreased according to Bitcoin. You can see that the Bitcoin currencies are going to upward in value in USD. Other currencies are also going to upward. You can see that in the graph. You can see it is easily clear in the graph. Behind BTC is Ethereum, which has gained 6.9% during the last week, as the coin is currently trading for $397 per unit. Ethereum is followed by Tether and XPR, which is up to 4.4% today at 0.25 and XRP. You can see that its value is fluctuating in 24-hour volume. The fifth largest market cap is held by Bitcoin Cash, and its market have gained 7.1% on Wednesday. BTC is trading for $261 per coin and is up 22% for the last 30 days and 26.9% for the last year. You can 2017 and this is the 2018, 2019 and 2020. So and 21 it may be increased more and more. No one quite sure where Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptocurrency market will go from here, but Bitcoin is inching toward a key macro level. BTC price is higher than it was in August and slowly approaching the 2019 all-time high. Why its value are suddenly increased? Because digital bank PayPal accept the Bitcoin. On June 26, 2019, Bitcoin ETH that the day touched 13,796 per coin. This means at the today price of above 12,800 per coin. Now you can see that the value of Bitcoin is 12,940 USD dollar. BTC will need to gain more than 7.5% to surpass the June 2019 ETH. The number of crypto prominent are attributing Wednesday bullishness to the PayPal news, but also the number of firms joining the Bitcoin Triangle.org as well. Furthermore, traders are eyeing the Bitcoin futures and option market as well as the Bitcoin option trader are prepping for big moves ahead. In addition to BTC nearing the $13,000 zone, the cryptocurrency has stayed above $10,000 for 87 days straight, which means that 62 days run in 2017 has been broken. What do you think about the positive section within crypto market during the last 48 hours? Comment below and let us know what you think in the comment section below. Payment giant PayPal says its customer can now buy and sell and hold Bitcoin and other virtual coin with the company online wallet. The company also says its customers will able to use cryptocurrencies to shop at the 26 million merchant on its network starting in early 2021. The report quotes the company president and the chief executive Don Skolman saying that the hope the service will be encourage global use of virtual coin and the prepare its network for new digital currencies that may be developed by central banks and corporations. We are working with central banks and thinking of all form of digital currencies and how PayPal can play a role, said Skolman. According to the report, US account holder can start buying and selling cryptocurrencies in the coming weeks, while they are planned to expand this to Wemo and some countries in the first half of 2021. The report added to PayPal, which has secured the first conditional cryptocurrencies license from the New York State Department of the Financial Service. Will initially allow purchase of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies called Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin. PayPal has partnered with the Pax Trust Company to offer the service. Cryptocurrencies payment on PayPal will be settled using the fiat currencies such as the US dollar, meaning merchants will not receive payment in the virtual coin. The news of PayPal entry into the cryptocurrency space is a huge endorsement for the crypto asset and has come as more mainstream organizations are buying Bitcoin and other digital assets. Now we analyze the Bitcoin. Bitcoin price, you can see that at 13, this is the graph of 1 week. You can see that in 1 week what will be happen with the value of Bitcoin and USD. This graph is USD graph. Here you can see that 1 week graph at the time of 9 December, sorry, here is the October graph. You can see that from October 5 to here is the October 23. You can see that in this graph. If we are discussing about in this graph, the value of Bitcoin are going to increase and decrease and increase, but you can see that from October to 23 October, in this month the value of Bitcoin are decreased only 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 times decreased, but almost all the time are increased in Bitcoin currencies. You can see in this graph. If we make the value of Bitcoin, you can see here you can see that here its value are going to increase and increase and increase, sometime decrease and going to increase, decrease, and now you can see that going to increase. At this time its graph are going to straight, you can see here, so its value are going to decrease again. No, it is time to invest. You can see that it is a value are going to the lowest point, but after 12 hours or a 1 day or 2 day, its values are going to will be increased. Its value may be increased 13,400 or a 300 or a 200. It may be value are here. We can see that this graph in different pattern. You can see that in the bar you can see only 1, 2, 3 times decreased, almost all the time are increasing. In this hello candle you can see all the time, here you can see almost price are going to increased in Bitcoin. You can see in the line, the Bitcoin currencies are going to increase from 1 September 20, its value is 11,935. It suddenly decreased to September 10,218. After some days, after passing 2 months approximately, its value are suddenly increased because people accept the Bitcoin. Now its value may be increased more and more. You can invest at this time on the Bitcoin. It is the best time after about technical analysis. You can search and also you can search yourself, and you can also take technical analysis from different website to before investing on Bitcoin. It is a digital currency. It can be moved or a high, its value may become low or a high. We can suggestion about technical analysis of Bitcoin graph and Bitcoin value. We are suggested to you because after technical analysis. You can see that BTC is recognized as the world's first truly digitalized digital currency, also known as the cryptocurrencies. The Bitcoin price is prone to volatile swing, making it a historical popular for traders to speculate on. Follow the live Bitcoin price using the real-time chart and read the latest Bitcoin news and forecast to plan your trade. You can see in this chart. Bitcoin BTC price analysis. Now we analyze the price more and more with technical analysis to clear your concept about the Bitcoin for investing in Bitcoin. Bitcoin has just set a fresh yearly high, breaking above a big batch of resistance along the way. Can bulls continue to push? Comment below about your. While the bullish theme and gold remain on hold, buyers have not been so bashful around Bitcoin. The analysis contained in article relies on the price action and the chain formation. With the USD dollar continuing to sell off, a number of markets remain of interest. Gold may be gearing up for another breakout at some point in the next couple of weeks, but by and large, the loud bullish theme from this summer remain on hold. You can see that from March to its value are going to increase. One area that has not been restrained of recent, however, it's Bitcoin, which broke through a big batch of resistance earlier this week to push up to fresh yearly high. The Bitcoin really continued to drive. I had last looked at Bitcoin in May of this year, just as the cryptocurrencies was re-engaging with the 10k psychological level, and as I shared then there was similar derive of attraction to Bitcoin as what had showed around the gold or other USD denominated assets, with one of the few clear driver from the first half of this year. It looked as though the US response to the coronavirus was going to entail more and more stimulus. This could serve to weaken the dollar, and by nature the weaker USD could be increase the value of assets that were denominated in the currency such as gold and Bitcoin. That theme in gold showed very loudly throughout this summer as the euro mantle pushed up to a fresh all-time high. But in Bitcoin, the move was a bit more delayed as the cryptocurrencies battled through a pre-existing network of support and resistance level. In mid-August, just after gold has topped, Bitcoin found resistance at a big area of confluent resistance on the chart. This spans from around 12,166 up to 12,330, both levels produced by longer term Fibonacci retracements, and this area helped to stop bulls dead in their track in mid-August. At that point, prices in Bitcoin simply titled back down to another key area on the chart around the 10k market. Another couple of Fibonacci level around that 10k market helped to hold the loss, and the buyers got back into the driver seat to couple of weeks ago, helping to push up this freshly year high. Now its value are going to increase. You can see that 13,072, but no, its value is 12,908. Bitcoin strategy near term. While fresh highs may badges more fresh highs, it also produces complication for those looking to take on exposure partially from a risk management perspective. At this point, given how long the breakout has been in play, trader may want to instead exercise a bit of patience when looking to unload bullish Bitcoin exposure. One area of particular interest for possible support is that same zone of resistance that turned around the August advance. The August high is at 12,473, and just below that we have the confluent zone coming from two different longer term Fibonacci level plotted from 12,166 to 12,330. This could function as a type of S2 zone of possible support for pullback gems. Below that, third zone can be followed around the 11,341 and 11,394 area on the Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin 4-hour price chart. PayPal Crypto announced the act as a trigger that drove Bitcoin price to new 52-week high. During such news-based event, traders holding short position are caught off guard and are forced to cover their trader, resulting in type of short squeeze see during the October 21 rally. Price analysis on these currencies after accepting the Bitcoin and PayPal wallet. However, after this initial burst, the next leg of the uptrend is only possible if demand picks up and the bulls continue to buy at higher level. On the other hand, the open interest on CME Bitcoin future paints a different picture. The CME has now become a second biggest Bitcoin future exchange in terms of the open interest, second only to OKX. The OKX link are given in the description to buy Bitcoin. It is a trusted platform. You can buy Bitcoin to click on the link below in the description. This suggests the institutional demand could be picking up. This opposing setup data from Bitcoin futures the exchanges only add to the confusion among traders about the next possible move. Let's go a little deep into the psychology of the trader for a better understanding. Institutional investors rarely buy because of the FOMO, as they are generally more averse to. These large traders may wait for the rally to sustain and complete a successful retest of the breakout level before buying. Let's take a look at the top 10 cryptocurrencies in order to determine what the technical indicator project. You can see that BTC and USD. Bitcoin broke out and closed about 12,460. 12,460 resistance on October 21. This move helped the cryptocurrency not touch a new 52-week high, which is a sign of strength. You can see in this graph, which I discussed here above. The 20-day exponential moving average 11,679 is sloping up, and the 50-day simple moving average 10,943 has also started the rise. This shows that both the short term and the medium term trend favored the bulls. However, the rally above $13,000 pushed the relative strength index close to 81, a level which attracted profit booking the last two times it was reached. The BTC USD pair is facing selling about $13,000, but the bulls do not seem to be in a hurry to close their position. If the pair does not drop below 12,460 within the next few days, it will increase the possibility of the rally $14,000. $14,000. You can imagine. On the contrary, if the bear can pull the price below the 12,460 $12,050 support zone, it will suggest a lack of demand at higher level. Such a move will suggest that the current breakout was bear up. Now we will discuss Ether and USD. Ether broke out and closed about $395 on October 22. This move complicated the ascending triangle pattern, which has target above a $478. This graph was shown to you in previous section in this video. The rising 20-day EMA $377 and the RSI in the positive territory suggests that the bulls have the upper hand. However, the bears are currently trying to pull the price back below the breakout level of $395. If they succeed, It will signal that the current breakout was a fake one. The next support on the downside is to uptrend line. Conversely, if the Ethereum and USD pair rebounds of 395, it will suggest that the breakout is valid. The uptrend could pick up a momentum after the bulls push the price above 4 to $1. XRP and USD. XRP attempted to rise above the $0.2295 to $0.26 range on October 21, but the bulls could not close the price above $0.29. This suggests a lack of buyer at higher level. You can see in this graph the currencies are going to, it is a high value and going to downward. Now it's going to increase. The failure of the XRP USD pair to break out of the range could have attracted profitable booking. If the price breaks below the moving averages, it will suggest that the range bounding action is likely to extend for a few more days. Contrary to this assumption, if the price rebounds off the 20-day EMA $0.24, the bulls will once again attempt to drive the pair above the 0.26 to 0.265763 resistance zone. A breakout and close above the resistance zone will complete an inverted head and shoulder pattern that could signal the start of the new uptrend with target objective of the $0.30. Now Bitcoin Cash, BCH and USD, its comparison. Bitcoin Cash is currently facing selling near the overhead resistance at $280. This shows that the bears are trying to keep the price below this level. If they succeeded, a drop 20-day EMA $24.7 is possible. You can see this in the graph. The value of BCH are going to increase with as the Bitcoin value is increases, so BCH value are also going to increase. However, the sloping 20-day EMA and the RSI close to the oversold zone suggests that the path of the least resistance is to the upside. If the bulls can push the price about $280, a move to $300 is possible. This level could act as a resistance, but if the bulls can trust the price above it, the BCH and USD pair could resume the uptrend and reach $326.30 to $337.90. This bullish view will be invalidated if the pair turn down from the current level and the break below the critical support of $242. Now we are discussing the BNB and USD. Its value are going to increase. You can see in this graph the value are going to increase and increase day by day. Binance coin broke above the downtrend line on October 22. This suggests that the correction could be over. The upsloping moving averages and the RSI above 56 suggest that the bulls have to upper hand. If the bulls can push the price about 31.9798, a rates of the 52-week high at 33.388 is possible. A breakout and close above this level could resume the uptrend that can be challenged the all-time high at 39.5941. This bullish view will be invalidated if the price continues to decline from the current level and the plummet below $28.50. Such a move could start a deeper correction to $22. no link, chain link and USD. You can see that the chain link value are also going to increase or decrease sometime. Its value are sometime going to increase, sometime going to decrease. So Chainlink completed an ascending triangle pattern when it broke or closed above $11.8 on October 22. The target objective of this bullish test setup is $15. The gradually up sloping 20-day EMA $10.71 and the RSI above 57 suggests that the bulls have the upper hand. However, they are not willing to let bulls have their way. They are currently attempting to drag the price back below the 11.199 to 11.80 to its support zone. If they manage to do that, I will suggest that the current breakout was a bull trap. On the other hand, if the bears fail to sustain the price below the support zone, it will indicate that the bulls are accumulating on dips. This could increase the possibility of rally to 13.28 and higher. No DOT and USD. Polkadot about 20-day 4.17 on October 22. The bulls will now try to push the price above the overhead resistance at 4.6112. A close above this resistance could drive the price of 5.5899. Bullish and a huge pattern developing in Bitcoin with $20k target at ETH. Popular Bitcoin analyst Charles Martian shared a BTC chart that follows an inverse head and shoulder pattern. According to this setup, the top cryptocurrency could soon hit its previous all-time of $20,000. $20,000. You can imagine $20,000. It is the best time to invest in a Bitcoin. Our suggestion is all according to technical analysis. We are not a tutor of cryptocurrency. We are suggest only on technical analysis. After quite a volatile rally of $13,000, Bitcoin price action has tempered down a bit, but the case for future gain remains strong. According to technical setup, that popular YouTube and Twitter based BTC analyst Charles Martian shared today. This will surely get the opening level of bull soaring. According to him, the top cryptocurrency will soon hit the previous all-time high of $20,000, but there is a catch. You can see that in this graph, you can see that the Bitcoin currencies are increased suddenly. Why? Bitcoin rose to $20,000 in 2020 has an inverse head and shoulder. According to the inverse head and shoulder setup shared by Carl, who by the way goes by the name of the moon, the Bitcoin price has already cleared the first two stages of the IH and S pattern. Inverse head and shoulder pattern. Based on this, Carl remarked that the price target of $20,000 is closer than it appears. If this Bitcoin inverse head and shoulder plays out, we might see that BTC price reach $20,000 much sooner than you will expect. $20,000. No, at this time $12,998. it is the best time to invest. Target is 19,700. How does this setup play out? According to the analyst, the Bitcoin price chart printed the first inverse head and shoulder through toward the beginning of this year, when BTC is rallied in response to ongoing geopolitical conditions. The next formation was after the back Thursday crash in March. This is when the Bitcoin price fell all the way down to 3,558, and then, after a brief about a sideways trading, began a rallying toward April and May beginning. BTC formed that the third inverse head and shoulder through after picking up post the September crash. After that, the trade phase of the course. This is currently rally in which Bitcoin surpassed this year high and tapped 13,200. Call said that the next stop is $19,700. But for that, BTC has to post a weekly close about to delineated neckline. But will it happen? It is a question, but will it happen? Comment below. Answer your answer in the section. What is your opinion about the Bitcoin? Its price will be go $9,700 or $20,000. You can comment below. While fresh height may budget more fresh height, it also produces a complication for those looking to take an exposure, particularly from a risk management perspective. At this point, given how long the breakout has been in a play, trader may want to instead exercise a bit of patience when looking to unload bullish Bitcoin exposure. You can see that in this value what will be happen next. JPMorgan make the case for a hyper bullish BTC. What will be happen? Macro investor Dan you just shared a snapshot of the flows and liquidity report published by JPMorgan analyst Nicholas. The report, as per him, draws the extremely bullish outlook for the Bitcoin and how the total market capitalization for Bitcoin is $240 billion. At the first glance, this makes it comparable to the total size of the gold at $210 billion. But gold ETF is not the main way wealth is stored in gold. Wealth is mostly stored via gold bars and coin, the stock of which, excluding those held by central bank, amount to 42,600 tons or 2.6 trillion, including gold ETF. Mechanically, the market cap of the Bitcoin would have to rise 10 times from here to match the total private sector investment to gold via ETF or a bars or a coins. Even a modest crowding out of the gold as an alternative currency over the longer term would imply doubling or tripling of the Bitcoin price from here. In other words, the potential upside for Bitcoin is considerable as it compete more intensely with gold as an alternative currency, we believe, given that millennials would become over time a more important component of investor universe. Now, after the technical analysis of Bitcoin, what will be happen next with Bitcoin? Its value may become $20,000 or